John Milton once said, "It's the mind that makes the man," and our minds are infinite. To solve this question, let's harness the boundless potential of your creativity to explore ideas beyond conventional limits and discover innovative solutions to this particular problem. You're presented with amazingly cool looking shape, which has number in the middle and numbers on the outside. The numbers are 2 in the middle, then starting at 6 o'clock, 2, 4, 6, 10, 1, 4, 9, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 16, choice B, 18, choice C, 23, and last but not least, choice D, 25. Are you starting to doubt yourself? Don't worry, it's totally natural to encounter challenges. Just remember, Mr. Milton, it's the mind that makes the man, and your mind is infinite. Remember, there is always a solution to every challenge. With your creativity and determination, I am confident that you will uncover it. Let's approach this together as a team. Are you ready to present your answer? Let's take the next step and see where it leads us. You might be amazed on how straightforward the solution can be. Imagine that this shape has a clock behind it. The numbers between 6 and 11 o'clock are used to calculate the numbers between 12 and 5 o'clock. To find the numbers on the right, divide the number on the left by the number in the middle and then square the result. Let's look at the example to see how it's actually done, and we'll be starting at 6 o'clock. 2 divided by 2 squared equals 1. Moving on to the next number at 8 o'clock. 4 divided by 2 squared equals 4. 6 divided by 2 squared equals 3 squared and equals 9. And now is the magic time to calculate the missing number. 10 divided by 2 squared equals 25. So the correct answer here is choice D, 25. Here's the question where you might struggle to get to the correct answer, but I have full confidence that you'll be able to solve this challenge. You're presented with the sequence of numbers. The numbers are 1, 3, 11, and then comes the missing number. You need to determine the missing number and rationalize your solution by selecting one of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 17, choice B, 29, choice C, 57, and last but not least, choice D, 123. I would recommend you run this question through the most common patterns you have in your mind, so you can get to the correct answer. Are you ready to compare solutions? Awesome! Let me transition into revealing the answer to this question. I'll share with you my take, and if you came up with the different or perhaps more efficient approach, feel free to drop it in comments below. If you are a subscriber or perhaps a frequent visitor to this channel, you know that the key to solving this challenge is to determine the pattern. And the pattern here is that next number is calculated as a square value of the previous number plus 2. Let's look at the example. The first number is 1. 1 square plus 2 equals 3. Then comes the next number, which is calculated as 3 square plus 2, which equals 11. So the missing number calculation would be 11 square, which equals 121 plus 2, which would be equal 123. So the correct answer here is choice D, 123. And now you can challenge yourself with this puzzling assessment test question by keeping in mind, though, that the process of finding the answer sharpens your ability to strategize and devise efficient solutions. You're presented with 3x3 matrix. Matrix consists of large squares, and each large square has 4 small squares inside. Small squares follow some sort of pattern, and this is something you need to determine and select the missing answer, which is the 9th square out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. Take a close look, maybe pause this video to see if you can come up with the answer. I think I found my version of the answer, and I'm looking forward to share with you my problem-solving strategies. Let's dive into the solution together, and as usual, if you have any unique ideas, please share them in comments for everyone's benefit. To better understand the rows, let's mark each one of them with the letter. From top to bottom, the rows will be A, B, and C. Now let's look closely at the darker squares in the row A. From left to right, the darker square shifts clockwise when we go to the next item. For example, in the leftmost column, the darker square is in the upper right. then it shifts in the lower right, then it shifts to the lower left. If you look closely, the pattern continues in the row B. One important tip for you to solve these types of problems on your own is to look for the shapes shifting in clockwise or counterclockwise patterns to determine the final solution. Once we've determined the pattern, we know how to solve this challenge. The correct answer here will be choice B, where the next darker square will be in the upper right corner. This is one of the most exciting questions because it allows you to test your analytical skills and understanding of physics. You need to determine which fan throws more air if all the fans rotate at the same speed. The choices are fan A, fan B, fan C, and last but not least, choice D, neither fan. Take a close look to see if you can come up with the answer. Are you ready? I am moving forward to share with you my version of the answer. And if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. As you might be well aware, there are two key factors to help determine the airflow rate. The first one is the size of the fan's blade, and the second one is rotational speed of the fan, which is measured in RPMs, which stands for revolution per minute. A fan with the larger blades can capture and move more air per revolution compared to the same fan design with the smaller blades. And this is exactly what we're dealing with here in this question. In addition, the rotational speed of the fan affects the airflow design. The higher RPM generally results in a higher airflow rate as the fan blades are able to move through the air at the faster rate. As you can see here, the fans A, B, and C all have the same design. This is why, given the fact that three fans have the same design but different sizes, the fan with the largest size will throw more air compared to the smaller fans. This is why the correct answer here is choice C. Did you get to the same answer? If not, please share your answer and rationale in comments. Here's an amazing question to test your verbal reasoning and analytical skills. You need to arrange the words into a coherent sentence and determine the last word in this sentence. The words are A, coverage, B, protects, C, against, D, financial, E, losses, F, business, G, risks. Take a close look, see if you can build this sentence and determine the last word in this sentence. Did you figure it out? I am moving forward to share with you my version of the answer, and obviously if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. To get to the correct answer, let's look at each word in this sentence to determine the meaning of the word and how to use it correct way. We start with the words coverage, business, and risks. These are not the objects of the sentence. We also look at the against and financial. These are prepositions and adjectives. The word protects is the verb and it provides valuable information in the sentence. The word losses is the object of the sentence and it provides information about what business insurance protects against. Based on this information, let's build the sentence. Business insurance protects against financial losses. Based on this, we can determine that the last word in the sentence is losses. And this is the object of the sentence, and it also provides a specific type of protection. So I believe the correct answer here is choice E, losses. Did you get to the same answer? If not, please make sure to post your answer and solution in comments. Here's an interesting cognitive abilities test question to see how well you can deal with abstract concepts. You're presented with three expressions. In each expressions, there are shapes and numbers. The first expression is triangle plus triangle equals 6. The second expression is circle plus circle plus circle equals 12. And the third expression is where you have triangle plus circle and you need to calculate the end result of this calculation. Once calculated, you need to select the answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 5. Choice B, 7. Choice C, 9. And last but not least, choice D, 11. Take a close look to see if you can complete the calculations. Are you ready? Let me share with you my version of the answer here, and obviously if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. I mentioned abstract reasoning concepts because you need to associate each shape with the number. For example, in the first expression, we have one triangle plus second triangle equals 6. Both triangles are the same, which means that the one triangle's number can be calculated and associated with number 3. We can do similar math with the circles. 3 circles equal 12, which means that one circle would be equal to 4. So triangle equals 3, circle equals to 4, and triangle plus circle would be equal to 7. So the correct answer here is choice B, 7. Did you get to the same answer? If not, please make sure to post your answer and rationale in comments. I gotta tell you, solving this question is like navigating through the maze blindfold. Challenging, a bit disorienting, and probably not recommended. You're presented with the sequence of numbers. The numbers are 14, 17, 28, 11, 41, 71, 82, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 95. Choice B, 72. Choice C, 11. And last but not least, choice D, 10. Take a close look to see if you can come up with the answer. If you watched enough problems on this channel, you know that to solve these types of challenges, you need to think out of the box. The good thing is, I have full confidence that you can solve this challenge by giving yourself enough time to think about it. Are you ready? Let's move forward so we can solve and review the solution together. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. I hope you took my comment to think out of the box to heart. You do not always need to look at the sequence of numbers, but sometimes need to look at the other patterns as well. And in this case, the numbers on the opposite side of the shape are the reversed versions of themselves. Let's look at the examples. 14 becomes 41. 17 becomes 71. 28 becomes 82. And the missing number 11 is the same, 11. So the correct answer here is choice C, 11. With this question, it's pretty clear that explaining data analytics to your grandma is like decoding a complex algorithm with a punchline. The interpretation might be fuzzy, but the laughter is always in the regression. You're presented with 4 words, and you need to determine the one that is misspelled. The words are choice A, concatenation, choice B, normalization, choice C, aggregation, and last but not least, choice D, duplication. Feel that you stumbled upon a tough task? Well, it's not one of those your grandma questions. I can tell you this, it's a serious data analytics business, but you are not alone in this journey. Whether you're a problem-solving veteran or newcomer, I believe in your capabilities. Take a moment to reflect, tap into your creativity, and let's tackle this challenge together. Your answer is just waiting to be discovered. Are you ready with your answer? Let's move forward so we can sync up the solutions. To be able to best answer this question, let's understand the meaning of each word. Concatenation stands for merging or combining 2 or more things, such as datasets or strings, into a single entity. Normalization is adjusting and scaling data to a standard format or range for consistent analysis. Aggregation is summarizing or combining data to obtain overall insights or totals. And last but not least, duplication is creating identical copies of data or records within a dataset. I am pretty sure you figured it by now. The misspelled word is choice C, aggregation. The correct spelling is A-G-G, 2 G's here in this word, R-E-G-A-T-I-O-N. Here's another tricky problem which tests your critical thinking and analytical skills. You're presented with 8 objects, and object number 9 is missing. You need to find the pattern and select the 9th object out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. Take a close look to see if you can come up with the answer. Are you ready? I'm pretty sure that by now you've identified the correct object, so I'm moving forward to share with you my version of the answer. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. What's interesting about this problem is that the objects that we see here form groups based on the color. And there are 3 groups present: the group for red objects, the group for yellow objects, and the group for green objects. Red and yellow groups are complete, but the green group is missing the object. You would argue that this doesn't help us much because all four choices A, B, C, and D, they all have green objects as a sample. But this helps us to detect the pattern in the complete groups. If you look closely, you will see that objects in the red group and in yellow groups, they all have the same number of sides. For example, all three objects in the red group have 4 sides. Objects in the yellow group have 5 sides, which means that object in the green group should have 6 sides, because 2 presented green objects have 6 sides. And the only object which is green and has 6 sides is choice A. Did you get to the same answer? If not, please make sure to post your solution and rationale in comments. What I like about this question is that it tells you how well you can do mental calculations. Let's take a close look. 0.41 is the closest decimal approximation for which of the following fractions? And you're presented with 4 choices of fractions. Choice A, 1/2. Choice B, 2/5. Choice C, 3/8. And last but not least, choice D, 5/12. Take a close look to see if you can come up with the answer. On my end, I am ready to present you with my analysis and my answer. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. So let's take a close look. To determine the closest approximation, we need to calculate the decimal equivalents for each fraction and then compare them to 0.41. So let's do it for each choice A, B, C, and D. For choice A, 1/2 is equal to 0.5. For choice B, the decimal equivalent for 2/5 is 0.4. For choice C, the decimal equivalent of 3/8 is 0.375. And for choice D, for 5/12, the decimal equivalent is 0.41666, and then it's repeating for 67. And then in the last step, we need to compare all these decimal equivalents to 0.41. So from my standpoint, the closest decimal approximation to 0.41 among the given fractions is choice D, 5/12. And that's because the result of the calculations, 0.41666667, is the closest to 0.41 when rounded to 2 decimal places. So the correct answer here is choice D, 5/12. Challenge yourself with this puzzling assessment test question by keeping in mind, though, that the process of finding the answer sharpens your ability to strategize and devise efficient solutions. You're presented with 4 locations. Choice A, London. Choice B, Paris. Choice C, Sydney. And last but not least, choice D, Tokyo. You need to identify the location that is different from the others. Here, you need to think out of the box and remember your geography knowledge. I believe I found my version of the answer, and I'm looking forward to share with you my problem-solving strategy. Let's dive into solution together, and obviously, if you have your own unique ideas, please share them in comments for everyone's benefit. While all words in this question are cities, one of them doesn't adhere to the pattern. London is the capital of the UK, Paris is the capital of France, and Tokyo is the capital of Japan. However, Sydney is not a capital of Australia. Let me share with you some principles of how to solve these types of challenges. In this question, the challenge arises from the fact that all options are major cities associated with the different countries. The term differs is also very ambiguous here, and without additional context, it is not clear what specific criterion should be used to identify the location that differs. Another confusion comes from the fact that Sydney is the most populous city in Australia, but Canberra holds the position of Australia's capital. So the correct answer here is choice C, Sydney. And now it's time to grab your thinking goggles. This question is so intricate, Sherlock Holmes would need a cheat sheet. You're presented with 2 diamonds. Each diamond has 4 numbers inside. In the first diamond, numbers are 8, 6, 2, and 4. And in the second diamond, numbers are 5, 2, 2, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 1. Choice B, 3. Choice C, 5. And last but not least, choice D, 7. Investigate closely and determine if the solution emerges from the careful observation. On my end, I'm moving forward to share with you my version of the answer. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. As you might have guessed, the key to solve this challenge is to determine the pattern. And to determine the pattern, you need to consider different possibilities, sequence, and orders. The flow of calculation may not be the same each time. Take a close look at the diamond that has all the numbers. The pattern here is that the left and the right digits in the diamond represent a single number, which is calculated as a top number in the power of the bottom number. Let's look at the example. For example, the top number in the left diamond is 8, and the bottom number is 2. 8 in the power of 2 is 64. Now let's look at the missing value. 5 in the power of 2 is 25. So the correct answer here is choice C, 5. Here's a captivating word constructing assessment test question that challenges your thinking and also equips you with the cognitive and memory recall skills applicable in everyday situations. You need to construct the word based on the existing word present, and the existing word is financial. The word that you need to construct consists of 7 letters, and some of the letters are visible. Letters are A, and C. Take a close look to see if you can construct the word. Are you ready? I think I found my version of the answer, and I'm looking forward to share with you problem-solving strategies on how to solve these types of challenges. Let's dive into the solution together. And obviously, if you have your own unique ideas, please share them in comments for everyone's benefit. Well, in case you're still thinking, let me give you a hint. The word represents the state of equilibrium in financial affairs, where income matches and exceeds expenses, resulting in a stable and sustainable financial situation. And the word is balance, financial balance. Let me spell it for you. The letters are B-A-L-A-N-C-E. Financial balance involves management of earnings and expenditures to prevent difficult and excessive surpluses, ensuring financial health and security. Achieving financial balance is a fundamental goal for individuals and organizations to meet their financial obligations and build a solid financial foundation for the future to help in avoiding financial stress and instability. Have you ever dealt with the money tree? Well, now it's your opportunity. And it's your opportunity to check your attention to details. You're presented with the money tree making enterprise, and you need to calculate the total value of money that you see in the picture. What's interesting here is that each coin is 1 cent, and each bill equals $1. Once you complete the calculations, please select one out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, $10.18. Choice B, $12.09. Choice C, $15.15. And last but not least, choice D, $18.07. Take a close look to see if you can complete the calculations. I think the correct answer here is choice A, $10.18. And here's why. I counted $10 in the picture. Let's start with the top of the money tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the right we see another group of the dollar bills. There are $5 there. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we see the hard-to-notice dollar bill on the top of the flower pot. Now let's count the coins. We see 9 coins to the right of the flower. Then we see 8 coins coming out of the watering can. And then there is 1 coin on top of the watering can, which is easy to miss. Did you get to the same answer? Choice A, $10.18? If you didn't, please make sure to post your answer and whatever other coins or dollar bills I missed in comments. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.